everyone, today we're in the HomeTown kitchen with our very own Ashley Hampton. Hey Ashley.
Hey Katie.
How are you back here?
Good, a little odd being on this side of the camera, but we can do it.
Well, we're lucky to have you. Thanks for being here.
No problem.
What are we cooking today?
So today we're making cream of chicken and wild rice soup. It's kind of a knockoff from like the Panera recipe, so that's kind of where I got it. It's supposed to be a copycat recipe.
Well, it sounds delicious. So what all is going to go into this?
So we have our chicken, salt, pepper. This is kind of, I guess, the secret ingredient, which is long grain and wild rice. We have chicken broth, butter, water, cream, and flour.
Okay, that looks easy enough.
Yeah.
How should we get started?
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put 4 cups of chicken broth and 2 cups of water. We're gonna get those boiling while we do some other things.
Okay, I can start that.
Okay. And then the other thing is we're gonna take the butter and go ahead and get it melting.
Perfect. And the butter's gonna be used with the flour, correct?
Absolutely. Okay. It's gonna be part of a roux.
I have never cooked anything with the roux. I actually don't even really know what it's for.
So it's gonna help thicken the soup. So that's when I say it kind of like creates magic. So it goes from like this very brothy soup, when you add it in, it just like turns into this like creamy, delicious soup.
Okay, that sounds great. How many cups of broth did you say, Ashley?
It'll be 4.
Okay. So when did you start copycatting Panera for this recipe?
It's been a few years ago. We love that soup, and so we kind of wanted to make it at home, and so yeah, it's really good.
I bet it's very comforting.
It's definitely one of those like comfort soups. It's cold, rainy. It's like we only eat it during the winter. Like we don't eat it any other time of the year.
All right, got my liquids going. And we'll just bring those to a boil?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll work on our flour mixture while it's coming to a boil.
Perfect. Yeah, anything with chicken, butter, I'm in.
So the next thing is we want to do 3/4 cups of flour.
Do you ever take this as a holiday dish anywhere?
Never really as a holiday dish. We're kind of stingy, or we always make extra at the house. And it makes great leftovers.
Oh, I bet.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then it's going to be, if you want to put in there, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
Okay. That's easy enough.
Okay, and you're just going to mix those things together.
So Ashley, the butter is almost melted. I'm going to turn that down just a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead, because it looks like our broth and water's boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and just turn that off.
Okay.
So we're going to remove it from the heat. We have our chicken that's already been cooked and shredded.
Perfect.
We're going to put it in there, and our box of rice.
Okay, great.
And we're going to reserve the seasoning packet from the box of rice to go into our roux.
Okay. And I can put the seasoning into the butter.
Okay. Here's the packet.
Thank you.
So you're just going to put that in there, mix it together, and then it'll kind of start boiling, or like bubbling, I guess is a better word. And then at that point, we're going to put our flour mixture.
Okay. Oh yeah, that smells so good.
So as this sits here, the rice will actually cook in there, and you're just going to put the lid on. It's going to sit there to the side until we're ready with this.
Okay, great. I'm going to let this bubble a little bit. Is that mixing okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh yeah, there we go. It kind of gets like frothy.
Yeah.
Frothy bubbles.
Okay. And at that point, you're just going to take the flour mixture and just add it little by little, just kind of incorporating it in, and you'll, as it goes, you'll notice it getting thicker and thicker.
Oh yeah.
You just want to make sure there's no clumps in there, which is one reason you're just little by little. Otherwise, it just kind of gets to be a clumpy mess if you're impatient. Not that I know that from experience, but yeah, so you just slowly incorporate it in.
All right, that's looking good. Yeah, this is what's going to give it that comfort food vibe.
Oh, 100%.
All the butter.
It just makes you want to like grab a bowl, snuggle up on the couch.
And hibernate?
Yeah, and hibernate. Spring will come again.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
I'm going to go ahead and get the cream ready.
Okay.
So it's going to be 2 cups of cream.
All right. Oh yeah, this is looking really good. Should I keep it on the heat, Ashley?
Yeah, it'll stay on the heat, and then the same with the cream. You're gonna just go little by little because you want to incorporate it in there. If you don't, it'll just kind of become clumpy.
You want a bite of chicken, not roux.
Exactly. A big clump of flour.
This is so easy. I've never made a roux before, but now it's less intimidating.
Yeah. And it seems like, I don't know, it seems a little complicated just when you're doing it if it's something you're unfamiliar with, but it's really not, and it's just such a good hearty soup.
Yeah.
It warms up really well, so if you make a double batch, then you have something to eat during the
That's
week.
a good idea. You could probably, I don't know how good it would keep if you froze it, but
Oh, maybe. That may be a good idea.
not that there's ever that many leftovers.
There's really not. We will eat it all until it's gone. It's like every meal until it's gone.
You should try making gumbo with your roux knowledge.
I should. I've never made gumbo.
You could probably do a little less spicy version for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of spicy foods. And with this soup, you could add carrots or mushrooms if you want to like jazz it up a little bit. You can add a few more vegetables into it. This is just like a good base that I make a lot.
I could eat just about anything with chicken and rice.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the part sometimes, especially if you're making a double batch, this like constant mixing.
My arm's getting a nice workout.
Yeah, by the end I'm like, okay, I'm done.
I can see why you would get a little impatient, especially if everyone could smell what we're smelling. It's
Exactly.
amazing. Have you ever served it in a bread bowl like they do at Panera?
No, but my mom has requested that.
That sounds extra comfort food.
Usually we end up grabbing some sourdough bread to go with it, but a bread bowl would be perfect. Though my husband always says there's not enough soup in the bread bowl. It's too much bread, not enough
That's
soup.
true. But there's something nice about eating your dishes instead of washing them.
Exactly. I feel like it's good for the environment, surely.
We need to do bread spoons.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe a cracker spoon to go with your bread bowl. It all works.
All right, this is looking really good.
Okay, and so after it's kind of all incorporated together, it's just letting it thicken for maybe around like 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then it pours into the chicken and rice and broth.
Great. Oh yeah, it looks like gravy now. All right, so I think the roux is ready.
Okay, so we are gonna take, and this is where like, it's my favorite part, it's like the magic, where we're just gonna dump it in here and then kind of mix it all together.
Just everything at once? All right. Yeah, I'm so fascinated that this turns into a thick and creamy soup.
It does. It starts out as like this very like brothy, and then it's awesome. So once we mix all of this together, we are gonna let it just cook together for around like 10 to 15 minutes until it starts to thicken. And then even after you take it off the heat, it'll thicken a little bit more.
Okay.
So usually there's a little downtime between like the soup's ready and before you wanna serve it.
Good to know. What are we gonna cook that on? Just a medium?
Yeah, just medium. You don't want it boiling, so it really depends on how hot your stove cooks. But usually I start at medium and then I'll kind of shift one way or the other.
Perfect. Yeah, wow, it already looks like a different soup base.
If you just want to put the lid on, and we'll just let that cook for 10 or 15 minutes, just kind of keep it on and stir every now and then.
Sounds good. I'm excited to try it.
Awesome.
All right, Ashley, I think this looks delicious and I'm ready to try it.
Okay, let's try it.
Let's do it.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, this is so creamy. Oh my gosh. We're at Panera.
It's my favorite soup. It's winter.
It's delicious. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Thanks for letting me go on this side of the camera.
I hope you had fun.
It was fun.
And we'll see you guys next time in the HomeTown kitchen.